Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. Let me know if you're hearing us and seeing us clearly. Hope you're doing well this morning on this beautiful cloudy morning here in Kernersville, North Carolina. Let's see. Are you going to get in the picture today?
Mm-hmm.
Or you're far out of it?
I'm working.
You're a long way out of it, young man. So you're going to have to scrunch up a little bit. Just scrunch up just a little bit and move my banners out of the way so I can say hello to you guys. By the way, that music that you heard was Vincent Crenshaw, our one and only. See, I need to move that too, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Got to move all these banners. I got them up there and I don't know how to move them out. Good morning, everybody, again. Let's see who came in first. There's my brother-in-law, my sister. My sister. Good to see y'all yesterday. And Dee Dee and George, good morning to you.
Good morning out there,
Good morning,
everybody.
Kim.
I'm on the rabbit trail this morning.
I see you are. Yeah. And Vincent Kelly from California.
Good to see all of
man.
you.
And let's see who else is here. CJ's here. Hey, CJ.
CJ.
You need to give us an update, young man. See how things are going with you. Jill, good to see you guys yesterday. Norman and Lady Gwen.
We had a very, I call that a very precious Garden of Gethsemane of presence as we are.
It was good.
Coming together as light beings. We had to exit our meat suits and use them at the same time to come together like we did last night.
It was beautiful.
The impact of it is something that I will put into the Hall of Records recording in this earth meat suit. That was a great time. It was a great moment.
It was. There's Vern. Hey, sweetie pie.
Miss Vern. It's good that I heard some wonderful news.
Johnny's homegoing celebration was so inspirational.
Yesterday.
Laverne was in rare form, and I know it was the strength and the grace of God.
Mm-hmm.
And I just pray that stays with you, sweetheart, that grace and that strength stays with you. And I know you'll have your times, but I tell you, that was the most beautiful homegoing and celebration yesterday.
I want you to, Vern, on your reconnaissance, I want to sit down in a quiet place and talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
But more than anything, I want to listen to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's got a lot to say.
You got a lot to say, and I want to listen to you because I know who's going to talk through you, and who's talking to you now as you listening to us.
Now let me finish saying hello to everyone. Tanita, hey sweetheart, you and Mom. I hope you're doing well. And there's Brother Kessler. Good to see you yesterday, Brother Kelly. And let's see who else is here. Oh, thank you, Kim, for letting me know you can hear us. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. I was assuming that you did since everyone was responding, but thank you for letting me know. And there's Brother Joe. Hey, Brother Joe. And Sandra. Hey, Sandra. You and Majori. I hope you're doing well. Hope Majori's doing better. John Greason is in the house. Thank you, John. Says coming in loud and clear. And then there's Valerie. And there's Miss Deb Rondo. Good to see you yesterday as well. And Brother Blue. Brother Blue, it was so good. You were sharp yesterday, too. I had to tell you, you were sharp. And Lori, my goodness, I've had you on my heart and on my mind. I'm so glad to see you here with us today. Yes, yes, yes. And Ver's coming back. She says, I would like to thank everyone for their amazing love and support. Yes. And I was thinking, and it came to me yesterday during the celebration that how one person's life can alter everyone's life. And I really, for the first time, the thought or the belief or the truth that we are all the same and we are all one was no longer conceptual. It 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 took on reality for me on yesterday, sitting there and watching all of the people respond and talk about what they knew about Johnny and how they loved him and how he impacted them. It made me realize that every every life, which is the same life, actually alters the lives that it comes in contact with. And those that do come in contact with that one being is altered by their birth. When they come into the earth, they alter lives. When they meet someone for the first time, they alter the life of the person that they meet. When they live and interact with others, the ones who interact with them are changed forever. Their lives are forever altered. And then finally, when they exit the earth, their lives are again altered by that person leaving. And so it's more than a concept that we are all one and we are all the same. And going back to, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, most of you do know, when Johnny made his transition and we had his celebration on yesterday, a lot of us who are local cornerstoners, some who have moved away and started other, ventured off into other parts of their lives, we haven't seen for years. And during the course of his leaving, Johnny, that is, it brought them together because we all love Laverne. And so we love Laverne so much, it brought us all back together. By him leaving, it altered our lives again, and they all came to visit Pastor and myself last night. The house was full of them, and it was so rich and so full of love, wasn't it?
It was.
And healing for us. Yes,
He was there, and he's there with you now, Laverne.
he is.
And this is one exit out of many millions of exits that the juice in the meat suit experienced. He's going to let you know without any doubt what it is like being without suffering pain.
Oh gosh, yes.
That is completely gone. I mean, completely removed from him. For the first time since he's been with you, you and him been together, he has a clear mind of more of how to really touch bases with you.
Now,
Which,
you don't know this, but when Laverne actually she had words yesterday, and the minister who was going to do the eulogy didn't really have to do anything.
yeah, I heard
Laverne
about that.
literally gave her she eulogized her husband, but in the course of her speaking, she said, "I'm clear now on what my assignment is."
Oh God!
You just made me
Lord.
think of that. She said, "I'm clear of what my assignment is. It's very clear to me now." And that that to me is more important. And then this is the other thing that I realized is that when a person alters your life, and then they're out of it, they're no longer there. That life that has been altered, you never go back to what you were before.
Mhm.
Never ever go back to what you were before. uh, you are a totally different being, and in that they have changed how you see life.
I want to ask this question. Laverne, how many times have you stood in the rostrum for a deceased one and do what you did yesterday?
She did it
Count.
for her mom.
I know, but I'm
Yeah.
saying, I'm
Hmm.
saying, how many times have you done this in this lifetime? And each one of those lifetimes that you have done it was the calling, destiny, and purpose of God.
Hmm.
I don't believe I or anybody else could have done what you did.
No, no one could have.
But put it
No.
like this,
It-
I don't believe anyone
yes.
else could be the Jesus, the Christ that you are, and do what you did other than being one with Him.
And this is the thing. While we say this to Laverne and to all of you about Laverne, we are not looking at the humanness of Laverne and saying that this is her strength. This is
Mm-mm.
not Laverne's strength. It is the truth or the essence of God that's just shining. And that doesn't mean there won't be human moments,
Mm-hmm.
but there's the essence of God that has undergirded. And really, you would have been amazed. Anyway, we've got to move on with
But
it.
I want to
But
say
I
this:
wanted to just
when
mention that.
when your husband' breath left the body, watch this. This is a mystical thing now. When his breath left, you took it over
Hmm.
in your breath,
Hmm. Hmm.
and by the breath
Hmm.
of God, neither one of us in each suit will ever lose the presence of God.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because that leads me to our affirmation this morning. The streaming consciousness. Okay, let me put my glasses on so I can read this because I don't remember. I wrote it, but I don't remember it. Okay, and there are others of you that are here. I didn't mean to not acknowledge you. It's just that I need to move forward with this now. Glad you guys, and any of you that were with us last night, we love you, love you, love you. And we're so pleased to see you last night. Anyway, let's center in because what Pastor just mentioned is what Johnny is, you are, Laverne is, all of us are what I'm about to do right now. So if you can get quiet, if you're not busy, please just sit still for a moment and you can either repeat this after me or you can simply listen. Okay? And this is about who you are and what you are. Okay, let's just go ahead and do it. Take a deep breath in and let it go. I am a portal of consciousness streaming down through the crown chakra into this form. I am a continuous stream, never static. I am a download from higher dimensions. This is what I am. I am a light stream blowing through this mortal flesh, an immortal essence, a life being. As I flow into this body, I am experienced as an individual through writings and sayings and laughter, facial expressions and thoughts and feelings. Yet there is really no person here that possesses these qualities. For I am purely a stream of unconditional consciousness. There is, in fact, no person here to attract or to project. just a stream, a flow of pure light and awareness. I am the one who looks for another and finds itself. I, as this stream of unconditional consciousness, am the carrier of revelations and insights. This is a clear indicator of what I truly am. I stream through this mind, I stream through this body until such time as this mind and body no longer functions. I appear to others as conditioned awareness, leaving the impression of a person that others think I am. That which is left after this body dies will be evidence that this portal was once open and I flowed into this earth existence. Premeditation and thinking only serve to veil my essence. I, as the flow, never cease, and I am often thought to be solid matter. Others looking on may think that everything originates from me as a person. But there is no person to claim what comes forth as the stream. The stream is pure and gentle and free and clear. I am pure, gentle, free, and clear. It has no shape, but it can appear to take shape. I have no shape, but I appear as a shape. What I truly am is veiled by my own appearing. This unconditioned consciousness is the only reality. And so it is. And so it is. All right.
Okay.
All right. That was good. I felt
it
that.
was.
I felt
I
that.
saw you. I don't know how we do it. I saw you either in a book or a recording. I could see you broadcasting this over uh, many sound waves, radio and TV. It's almost like your day is now for what you just said. I hear a lot of light beings hearing this, and I was looking at a book or a tape, and the voice was many voices all over the earth was saying that, and that I think they need to hear that. Here's something else I want to say
Okay.
in that we have always prepared a table in the wilderness for all enemies. And the reason why, in your infinite eternal self, you have no enemies. The dark side of us or anywhere in the universe is invited to sit and eat with us at the table, any table, because we are finally saying to everything in the meat body or the mind, you don't intimidate us. I put it like this: enemy, darkness, if you want to believe that you exist on your own reconnaissance of your ego, you're welcome to do it.
Yes.
But you are no longer a threat to me. Hallelujah.
Yes.
You no longer,
yes.
you can no
Yes.
longer intimidate me.
Yes.
So here's what I'm going to do. We're having a supper. But all of the sages and light beings are going to come together. Darkness, I want you to be there. I invite you and give you a special note that you can come and distribute yourself in any area in this table. And everyone that sat with us in this table at this dinner, you will see for yourself darkness. You do not stand separate and apart because we are the part of you that can live with you because your job is not intimidating us.
Right. I saw this based on what you just said. All of this came to me uh from yesterday, just sitting in the service yesterday in that celebration, that there is, like, I want to look at life as if it were a seesaw.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the bad has to happen for the good to arise.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if the that we call bad or tragic or negative doesn't take place, then that good cannot arise in it. It's like it has to, it's like the balance of life.
Mm-hmm.
It must be. And so when you see this, really see this, and it's not just conceptual, life begins to look really, really beautiful, because you realize that everything is happening as it should happen. And there's no accidents.
Mm-hmm.
There are no mistakes. There are no thing that's happening that should not be happening.
Mm.
Even though it may appear as something that is negative, it is still bringing out, it's causing the good to arise, and it makes it happen. It makes it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So evil, even though it's meant for evil, it makes good come out. And I think there's a scripture for that, or there's a song for that. What the devil meant for bad, God used for good. Yeah. So it there is nothing that is wrong with our lives at this point, and there is not a separate life here and a separate life there. It's just the life that is through all of us beings. That same life.
We can now, without using vocal apparatus, voice box, by presence,
Gosh, you make me
express the full impact of being awareness in any area of the universe. Watch this now. And tell calamity, darkness, suffering, and pain.
Yes.
You can stay with me. If you want to, you can be there.
Yes.
And act like you are more real than I am.
Yes.
Lord have mercy.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa. Ooh. Oh, God. You can stand on my right or left side. Makes no difference to me. I have come to a place where you, darkness, thought and acted like you had power and control over me.
Yes. Yes.
I said it once and I'll say it again. My God, my God. I sat daily with you in the temple. I heard the remarks that you made when I was standing there. And at that moment, I stood there. You could not lay hands on me then, and you are having permission to do it now by my reconnaissance. Oh, my God Almighty. Oh, glory be to God. God, I thank you. I never thought that I could say it like that. I wanted to say it like that for 40 years, and now I understand what took place when Judas sat at the table and represented and awed against all mankind.
Yes. Yes.
Betrayal, deceit, bitterness, resentment, hatred, and the lack of love for oneself set in your presence, in my presence, 2022 years ago. He didn't intimidate me then, and he still don't do it now. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus, my Lamb. I want you to.
That's good. That's good, Pastor. That's good.
I now can see the translation of resurrection. And its full meaning is what we are saying right now to all of you.
Yes.
I used to hear the old song that says, "Can't no grave
hold my body down.
When the first or the last trumpet sound,
I'm coming out of the ground.
But let's get out of this dirt
body.
This dirt consciousness.
Yes.
We give honor and grace to it,
yes.
because it is a will of God.
And the vehicle that's used.
In the dream as
yes.
the vehicle.
Yes.
But when you done drove your car and you done rolled it, excuse my French, done rolled the damn thing out, it's time for you to get another wheel.
Hey, God, I'm happy that for the first, not for the first time, Jesus. But finally, yes. All of the truths that we have been teaching for years, and now even others are teaching these truths, these spiritual truths.
Yes.
They have been, a lot of them have still, even in the teaching of them, have been conceptual to me, just a concept. But now I'm beginning to really see that.
Oh, Lord.
I really see how we're all connected. I really see how there is no delineation between you and me and you guys. There's no, there is, and we are forever touching each other and changing how each other sees things. And it is true. It is not just a concept. It's not just a spiritual truth built on something somebody has taught. It is really true.
Down at the cross, where I first
saw the light.
Yeah, I saw the light. I stood there and I looked up at the man on the cross and the other two on the right and left. And then all of a sudden I looked again and I was standing on the backside looking up at what was exposed in the back. And all of a sudden I felt this sensation in the dark side of this body that is still on the full sway of the infinite control.
Yes.
Lord, have mercy.
Yes.
Lord, thank you.
Yes.
All of a sudden, I looked again and I saw my back up there and yours and everybody in the universe. And I said, Lord, what am I doing up there? When I've been told in the front of the cross that you did it by yourself. But now I done found out that you've never been by yourself, because we've always been there. Oh, God.
Yes.
Lord.
Don't leave us. Don't leave us.
Glory be to God.
Don't leave us. But we've always been there.
Lord have mercy.
How otherwise could he have redeemed humanity if we weren't all included in that?
I don't care what the philosophers say. And the New English Version translation say. I want you guys to grab a hold of the essence that you've always been. Lay it on the table. Lay all your cards on the table.
Yeah.
You remember in the book it said there was a time when darkness, Satan went before God and tried to accuse Job.
Yeah.
God didn't get his little bitty last nerve upset. I want you to see, as I speak to all of us, even this over here on this side,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. To ourselves as well. Yes.
that old song we used to sing, Miss Trina and Vincent and all you little ones out there. Lord have mercy. That we used to sing those old songs about having the victory.
Mm-hmm.
Victory, victory is mine.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really understand what we were singing. When this thing unfolds on the table before your very eyes, I want you to come to the place to the solid presence of what we're talking about now on this in this class. Get up
Mm-hmm.
inside of your body. Stand straight. Take all the slump out of your shoulders
Yes.
and the bend out of your
Yes.
spine.
Yes. Yes.
And tell the devil in darkness to kiss your behind.
You didn't intend for that to rhyme, did you?
That didn't.
Are you an undercover rapper?
Oh God, I tell you.
But this joy that you're experiencing and I'm experiencing right now is coming from a true seeing of what we've been saying all along. It's a true seeing, and that joy comes from that.
You sit at the table. You don't sit down at this table speculating. Am I saved? Am I going to heaven? Am I going to be here? Am I going to do this?
Yes.
Forget it.
Yes.
Once you enter, or find out, or see, the way you want to call it.
However you want to say it, yes.
You sit at the table, and here's what you did, and here's what you're doing. Our next speaker at this table has got a few words. We're going to allow him to speak. Everybody look around and say, wonder who is this special person? And you said his name is sin, death, darkness, any adjective you want to say or add to this. He's the meanness that I felt when I was out there. He's the alcoholism. He's the drug.
I gotta show you what Tanita says.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm remembering that song. I told Satan, "Kiss my behind, victory is mine."
Lord, woo! Glory, glory, hallelujah.
That's a new version there, Honey Bun.
Oh God, I thank you. Well, you sat there at the table and you told everybody, said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to a mess that he think he's the best. He think he's got everything going on beyond our infinite identity. I'm going to let him say a few things about what he thought he was doing to all of us.
Yes,
and this conference that we're having around that table is the Passover. We are having a Passover because finally we know how to crawl over and tell him, do what you want to do. Make your last blow at me and you. Do anything you think that will cause me to turn around and give up my union with Christ. God Almighty, do it now, because I ain't got too much longer to mess with you. I got to be about my dying self-identity. Whoa! God.
Come back.
Whoa! God, I thank you.
That's good, Pastor. That's good.
Whoa! I'll tell you.
It's something to preach yourself happy.
Yes, Lord. I can understand now that the woman at the well where Jesus said, the man that you're living with is not your husband. But he did not change. Jesus did not change anything about his quality of essence in her. She didn't know that he was her essence inside of her from day one. And every man that she got with, he was still there. You're not going to change your eternal destination just because of circumstances.
Exactly.
Circumstances cannot stand under the weight of your true self.
Yes.
I rest my case.
Don't
Lord
rest it yet. Not yet. Don't rest it yet.
Settle this dust once and for all in your mind around the table. You're God's table.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think, I noticed, and I'm just making an observation, that this morning you seem to have a lot more energy than you've had in a while?
Oh, Lord.
Do you think that having come in contact, being altered by all of the people you saw last night, had a benefit for you?
Slow to speak and quick to listen. Yes.
And I said that only to bring out how that we are really, really one.
Whenever my puppy here gets excited, I get excited.
She gets excited.
She comes to our rescue. She did that last night when you guys was around the table praying. When she put a
she stuck her nose in between us.
Between you, she wants to make sure that there's no harm coming to us. Now, sweetheart, listen. You can't anything harm you. I have some notes here. I wrote down about this, but I'm just going to talk from my heart to heart. Now, you've been through many occasions like similar to what we are. There will come a time when, after you leave this physical suit, before the Sanhedrin, what do you call it? You were, wait a minute, he just said this. The Spirit said, right now, where you are standing before the judge of the Sanhedrin courts. And the court you're standing in the presence of is called misery, pain, and despair. And for the first time, you are now boldness of God without opening your mouth. You're the boldness of stillness. It brings something to you about what God is in you as boldness. I asked the question. I asked the question on my road on my notes. Does the presence of God leave us even though we are one with him? And he began to express to me the breath of God. When you breathe in and out of this body, that's God experiencing breath in, breath out.
Yes, it is. Yes,
okay.
It is. Yes, it is.
Breath in, breath out, you are never without.
Yes.
In this warfare that seemingly you are engaged in, you chose to have it. Oh, glory. You chose to have it and to make it a game.
Yes.
You were at the card table in Las Vegas. Las Vegas symbolizes the world system. There was a time that you sat in the gambling casino of life and you felt many times in your feeling self that you had to get together with somebody to pray for you, lay hands on you, and go to somebody that you felt that had a connection with God. Oh, Lord have mercy. And to secure yourself through many clouds of witnesses. But I'm telling you now this morning, you are the witness and you are enough.
Yes. You are more than
enough.
Yes.
My God. You are more. You are more than enough.
You are more than enough
to handle the case.
Yes.
So you're going to let our guest speaker have some words. And everything I remember, he said, as I gave him the word, you gave him the word and the right to speak. He tried to pull up everything that he could of what he did in the span of many evolution to try to stop us. Stop! Stop! We let it run his mouth, and he thought he had some around the table on his side.
Mhm.
But when he finished, he still felt like he had more. And I said to him by presence, that's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough.
Yes, 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 yes.
Now, somebody say, well, do I have to talk to him? Nope. Your breath has already presented its case
Yes, it has. Yes,
in
it
these
has.
bodies
Yes, it has.
because I'm talking to you from the breath of God. And you're looking and listening at this from the breath of God and the breath
As
of
the
God.
breath of God.
Yeah, you are that breath.
As the
All
breath
right.
of God.
Now,
Yes.
as a light being, you've been over here so many times in this story,
Writing this story.
writing the story. Now listen to
Creating
this.
this story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you know we're not going to be able to finish this class. You know why? There's no such thing as an end to eternal classes.
Or eternal expansion of
Yeah,
awareness.
no, there's no end to
Yes,
it.
it's no
I'm
end to
sorry, but I'm just have to gonna say it to you. You can't get rid of you.
That's exactly right.
We can't stop you. I wrote in on my note here. There is no such thing as things happening to us.
Yes, yes. That's what I've been trying to say all morning. That nothing happens to us.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
It doesn't happen to us. It happens because of us.
Mhm. We do not have this thing called birth nor death.
Well, that goes back to our saying that we said before in a couple of other sessions.
Okay.
Birth is not the beginning.
Nope. Okay.
I'm typing it in.
Mhm.
Type it in, you guys. And death is not the end.
We have no birth and no death. Death. Now here's another one that we going you don't hardly hear say it, but here it is. We have no duties.
Yes.
We don't go in and out of presence 1 minute and darkness the next.
Yes.
Who is aware of this? Your real self. Who is going in it? Who does it keep going to work on Monday and then wait for Sunday to get something from God? Or, oh Lord have mercy. I mean, we just gonna get all of a sudden, we're gonna go to church. I got to have that. I got to have that Sunday morning dose or that Sunday school dose. If I don't get it, I don't see how I'm gonna make it.
And it feels good.
Oh,
We're
Lord
not
have mercy.
shooting it down because it feels good to have that inspiration. But inspiration
Oh,
is in
glory.
spirit. And when you're away from that setting, there should still be inspiration.
Now that we've come to this part at the table, I can see Luciferian consciousness and darkness.
Yes, yes.
He's trying his best to get up from the table and take over.
Yes. Now we have some great comments. They're typing in what we said, of course. And now Vincent said this. Thank you, Vincent. He said Johnny showed us that death can be a beginning.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And that's my point, is that life is truly beautiful.
Yes.
Because what appears to be ending and loss is really a new beginning.
We're not going to tell you that you have to, and if you don't, certain things will happen. Let me let you know something.
I'm not going to even tell you you're going to have to like
Mhm.
when something ends.
That's right. There you go.
But it
That's it.
still is for the good. And when the beginning is recognized, that's when you have the happy. That's when the joy comes.
Now you better hold your pantyhose up in your barber sock, because I'm gonna say something right here. Now watch this. You've never done anything good or bad.
Yeah.
We are purely the essence of God in our real self, and we are beyond any of those qualities.
That was what I was doing in the stream. I'm just a stream of consciousness.
Oh,
Johnny
Lord.
was just a stream
Oh,
of
Lord.
consciousness.
I'm going to say it again.
We are all just a stream of the God consciousness flowing through these
Ooh.
bodies and these minds and actually living these lives.
Oh, this is something.
It is good.
It is.
It
God
is
has
good.
never tasted Kentucky Fried or Bojangle chicken until he tasted
Till
it
it
through our
tasted through
tongue.
our tongue.
Yeah. But in the meantime, God don't get no. Whatever. Give us that. God get indigestion, upset stomach, just because cares of life and stress and strain got on Jesus' baby sister's last nerve.
But we came here, projected here for the challenge.
Yes.
We
yes.
love the challenge.
Okay.
We love the challenge. We love to see ourselves go through the challenge and come out. We love to see ourselves go through the challenge and not so much come out, but overcome it in our feelings and in our thinking.
Okay.
And end up transcending it right in the midst of it.
Do you know you will know now? Your eternal self does not. Watch this. I'm gonna knock the blocks off on you now. The eternal essence do not go through what is called reaping and sowing in the sense of negativity. Excuse me, as a word I want to use to talk with the end.
Listen.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you realize? I know you do.
Yeah, go ahead.
That when you have that full awakening of who you are at that moment, that everything in the past that was a reaping and sowing that would have been reaped was now redeemed.
Stand in your calling and your election sure. And I'm not talking about the fivefold ministry. I'm talking about the office of Jesus Christ.
Yes. Thank you, Ollie. Hey, good morning to you guys. He says, you guys make time stand still. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And then he says, all of our incarnations are just symbols of love. Yes.
That's it.
Yes, that's what we are. We are flow. Okay. We are a flow.
The eternal truth is the eternal truth of essence. We were never born and we'll never die.
Yeah. Yes.
There are no duties.
Yes.
Weaving in and out of us. We've never done anything good or bad.
Yes.
Why? Because in the pure essence of God, in our real self, we are beyond all qualities.
We're beyond all qualities.
How could even bondage, I'm gonna go in liberation. Liberation don't even exist, because we as the let me you listen. My spirit self responds to this.
Yes.
When I walk up to a lady and she's expecting a child, the husband standing there, I say, "Can I talk to the baby?" Sometimes they look at me and their eyes are wondering, "Baby ain't come yet." Yeah. But in my essence and his and yours, I know something.
Yes.
I know how to talk to him inside the belly. Now, here's what dogs that's around the table have been trying to do with some of us. It's trying to use books, Bible, courses, studies, classroom, deacon, all them positionalities to give off the idea that I just don't feel good being home on Sunday. It's been a habit. I have to be out in church at 11. And when I come home, I feel like my day goes so much better.
Mm-hmm. But that's depending. You have at that point, and I'm not crashing, and we're not saying not to go to church. No, that's not what we're saying.
No.
But At that point, when you've made that something you depend on,
Mm-hmm.
all of your strength is coming from something external. You haven't found your own inner strength yet.
Okay.
Yes, you haven't found your own inner strength. You haven't found your own inner portal of truth coming through to you, your wisdom, your intuitive wisdom. You haven't found that yet. If you still have to have it, it's dependent on you being in a place that can bring that to you. You have not found the truth of yourself.
Okay. For the first time, awareness. You're now in a congratulated state.
Hmm. Hmm.
You're now in a thank you consciousness.
Yes.
Hear this. Now, hear this. Breaker 1-9, the goose is on the line. Time to wake up and tell yourself, your false self, to kiss your behind.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Take a step forward and don't look back. Tell darkness to get back, Jack. Hey.
The undercover rapper. This is the undercover rapper here.
Doggone it.
Mhm.
I look at you on my right and my left. You can't stop me from taking another step. I see something going on that makes everything look like it ain't nothing wrong. But since I'm here and I know myself, I'm asking you, don't take nobody else. You are the one that God set in motion. Now you can go to the coast and look at the ocean.
Mhm.
Look at it one time and look at it again. Because there's nothing that can bring your eternal self to an end.
Oh my goodness.
God, I thank you, Lord. I tell you, God.
Pastor Norman, we're not only going on the road singing, we're going to go on the road rapping.
Oh, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. There was a man that came to our church, Paul Tafoya.
I remember him.
He was a rhyming prophetic man.
He
And
sure
it was
was.
then that I found the essence of that synchronicity of words through that man.
Mhm.
He's on the other side.
That's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
You were forever altered by that man.
Mm-hmm.
That one being, that the presence of essence of God coming through that one form altered your life.
Yeah, it did.
We are
We are each other's alteration.
connected. Yes. We are so connected.
Alteration without damnation.
Oh.
Alteration without damnation. No discussion of this matter any longer because you come to the place where you want to stand tall and stand right. Cause everything that's darkness in your sight to turn around and look at you right.
Okay. Okay.
Woo!
Okay.
I rest my case, y'all. I'm telling you.
You
I'm
resting
folding-
it. You resting your case.
I'm folding up on the card table.
Okay. He's resting his case, guys. Okay.
Jesus.
He's resting his case. Listen,
Yeah,
we
go ahead.
love you guys.
Go ahead.
Look, it's been so good being with you.
Yeah.
Look, at the time went fast today.
Yes.
Really, really fast.
Yes.
I want you to hit the like button right now if you where you
Mhm.
can hit it. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button. It just pushes us up in the algorithm so more people can find us. And by the way, we recognize all of you guys who are watching us, who aren't saying anything, who aren't commenting. We just thank you for watching us today and coming in and joining us in this great time of heart-to-heart talk. And it feels like it goes so quickly,
Mhm.
doesn't it?
Mhm.
But anyway, it's great. Hit the like button. And if you're on Facebook, share it and let somebody else be blessed by it. If it resonated with you, then I want you to prepare yourselves to give. And of course, those of you who've been with us for quite a while, you know how to do that. And we want to thank you for your support. If you want to give to Cornerstone, which is a virtual church right now, and it has its own expenses, and it does help supplement our income. So you can give to Cornerstone and still bless us. And you can do that by going to the website, which is thecornerstonelifecenter.com, or you can text. I've never tried the texting, but they say it works really well. Text CLC Greensboro to 73256, or you can use paypal.me/cornerstone35. Or you can just, if you don't want to do that, just mail it to P.O. Box 36259, Greensboro, North Carolina, 27416. And Laverne will make sure that we get it if it's directed to us, or if it goes directly to the church, it goes into the church's account. Now, if you want to bless Pastor and I personally, and you like what we teach, you want to support us, go ahead and hit the Cash App, which is $A Sawyer C. Or you can do paypal.me/ACE Sawyer 72. And we love you so much for being such a wonderful support of the ministry, not just monetarily, but being here. It really inspires us to continue when we see you coming in.
That inspiration that came in last night is what I sense today.
It inspires us to keep going. It inspires us and gives us the energy to keep going. And your comments, we enjoy your comments. We love your comments and your questions, because they give us more and they actually cause us to go more in depth.
You will do what others say you could not do. But because God is holding you on the right side, nobody can come beside you and slice you and hurt you and punch you in the side. When that sword was stuck in Jesus' side, it was stuck inside of yours. Therefore, you do not have to linger in the line way behind everybody else's time. Stand in the front and see every bump and jump over it. Okay?
Are you going to rhyme to me all afternoon?
No. I'm going to quit.
Leslie, I hope you and Dad are doing well, sweetheart. You and the family. I know you had some issues, but I'm hoping that he's fine. And thank you. Sister Chris says, hey, Sister Chris. She says, breaker 19, eternity is on the line.
Kick it back.
See, she always instigates you.
Who's saying that now?
Sister Chris.
Yeah, come on, Sister Chris.
She always makes you just go on. She fuels the fire.
What's your marker number?
You see, she's rhyming too.
Yeah.
Breaker 19, eternity is on the line.
Breaker 19, this is a great goose on the line. Come on, kick it back. Don't take nothing, Jack.
Oh, this is funny.
Oh, glory.
This is funny.
Thank you guys, for your.
Thank you, Dee Dee. She said, birth, she's reminding us all, birth is not the beginning and death is not the end.
Right.
Yes. We love you guys. We'll see you guys on Tuesday at 7. And Pastor Norman and I and Pastor are coming back on Thursday with the first impromptu of this year at 12:30 on Thursday. So we're going to resume that, and we just look forward to having you guys with us. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you, Kim, Leslie, Oliver. What's Edgar Allan? What about Edgar Allan Poe? He was rhyming, right?
Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe was who we studied about when we was in school, high school. That was a very famous name, Edgar Allan Poe.
There's my Judy Jude. Hey, Judy Jude. I didn't notice you were with us this morning. Thank you for coming in to see us, sweetheart. Thank you so much. And thank you, Judy, for your gift to make sure we have live stream available for us in this year. Thank you so much for that sacrifice on your part. Thank you. And you guys, we appreciate you. We're going to take off here.
Join us again so we can talk about the moving of God's wind.
Lori, I love you too, sweetie. We love you too. Carl and Missy, we enjoyed having you with us last night so much. Thank you.
I'm glad to see that you did have a safe trip back home. Reach out to us and we'll talk some more. Somehow or another, we'll make this thing come together where we can see each other often in the physical form. Okay?
Yes. And thank you guys. Be safe on the road. Yeah, Leslie says, we love you too, Judy.
The immigration that you guys gave us last night, Missy and all of you.
It was a good shot. It was a good shot.
I haven't had that kind of medicine from the medicine cabinet in a long time.
I know it was needed, and it was so.
I look up and I see all of you standing around. I said, "What in the world is going on?" I done been
Yeah,
translated.
yeah, yeah. So I'm taking off here. We're gonna give you just a little bit of music with Vincent, and you can go have a wonderful Sunday afternoon. We love you guys.
It's a wonderful time of the day.
Bye.
Bye.